Hi, Dan.
How are you?
Good. How are you?
Excellent.
Hi,
Great.
Dan.
Welcome to 30 Seconds to
Good. How are you?
Masterpiece.
Excellent. Here we are. Look at your background, Mel.
Yeah, it's one of my paintings.
I love it.
Yes,
Beautiful.
I'm aware of the halo,
Well, you should always have a halo.
right? I think so. Okay, guys. So welcome to 30 Seconds to Masterpiece Critics Screen Time. Today we have Amy Gummer and Dan Dykson exclusively for this round. We
That's
had
it.
6 contestants. We had Paulina and Fran and Alex and Emily and Joel and Fran and Paulina both dropped out due to lack of time to create a 30-second video. So
That's too
um,
bad.
it's too bad. We were looking forward to both of those, and they just had too much work to do in their real life. So, but we understand.
It was
So
nice though. We could focus on four and really think about it.
that's right. And since there's 2 judges, you guys are going to have to come up with who's going to get the Critics' Choice Award. You'll have to duke it out to figure out, you'll have to agree because there's only 2 of you. So it can't be,
We might just agree.
We might just,
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
No,
Well,
that's what the world needs right now.
that's
Yeah.
right.
We're gonna do it. We're
That's
gonna
right.
do it.
We sure do.
But I'm going
Sweet.
to ask you guys some provocative questions as we go through the pieces, just so that the artists get the maximum amount of feedback that they can from you guys.
Okay.
Well, I'll have you know I wrote all sorts of notes. I decided not to use my form because it was all about expressionism. And so I went totally in a different direction and I wrote a million notes that I now can't read because my
Oh,
Look
handwriting
at
is so bad.
you.
your handwriting, it's too expressive,
It
right?
is.
Yeah.
Anyway,
That's awesome. Oh, I'm excited to hear. I'm sure you'll remember. I'm sure the videos will jog your memory, Dan, and you'll be able to share what you were feeling and thinking. Amy and I were just talking about your form and we were sort of tweaking it. We were like, personal impact. We wanted to include that as one of the key points, like how it affected you, how it made you feel. And so we were thinking theme, execution, personal impact, and then creativity slash originality and kind of one thing. But it's your decision how you guys want to critique and judge and all that stuff. You are our esteemed panel this round. And yeah, the theme is expressionism. Kurt did not make a video this round. Is this the first round you did not make a video, Kurt?
That is true. Because I was working on my special other project.
we're gonna
Yeah.
miss it. We're gonna miss yours, Kurt.
Yeah, we will.
Nah, Mel and I talked, and at the very least, I'm going to make up backup pieces, when entries drop out.
Oh,
And
cool.
Mel does a lot of work, so I won't assume that the burden for that's going to be on her too. But as contestants drop out, we really want art there to engage and criticize and
And
rate.
someday I'll do it. Someday I'll do one.
That
I
would
hope
be
you do.
so cool, Dan. That
I
would
Yeah.
be
might try
so
one
cool.
someday too.
All
Yeah.
right, that'd be good. I've already asked Omizu, who did the AI round and the Halloween round. I asked him if he would be a judge. So it might be nice to,
That's
flip.
true, to be on the other side.
Uh-huh,
And
exactly.
don't worry, there's nothing we have to say that's mean or anything. I think the judging has been very kind and nobody's really ever said anything hurtful
Yeah.
or anything.
Yeah,
That's not our
absolutely.
intent.
Right. No, this is all in good spirit and good fun for sure. Oh,
Accept your comment, Amy, about my video that sounded like a pinball machine. That hurt.
Oh, I didn't mean that to be negative. It just sounded like, it reminded me of the music that you hear in the background of a,
I know that's actually a compliment, Kurt.
I don't know, I didn't mean that to be negative.
I
all
know,
right.
I know,
I
I
want
know.
to shout out to Old School Dave, who's here watching us right now. Hey, Old School Dave, thank you for joining us. Yeah, that's right. We want Omizu to be a judge. Old school Dave is a friend of Omizu. Anyway, okay, so let's get started with our first video. I'm going to share my screen, and it is going to be the video of Carrie Polkovitz. I'm going to share sound, optimize for video sharing. Okay, here we go. Now.
The world's timely creative game show.
All right.
You know, what I would say to the critics about the piece that I noticed very first when I watched this with Mel was if you recall Carrie's first piece in the previous round, he didn't really have any music. And in this one, you know, he really put in some cool music as a background. So, you know, he's definitely stepped up his game there.
I would go as far as to say the best music of the four.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Cool.
Okay.
I would. So
Cool.
I called it compelling music. I liked it too. Very good.
All right. His piece was called Spike. I did not get to speak to him because he couldn't make our reveal session with the artists. So I'm not sure where the title comes from, but maybe you guys have some sort of idea what Spike might mean as a title. I don't know. It appeared to me to be a face kind of elongated, and it was digitally made, and I'm not sure what app he used or what software he was using, but he did say it was digital.
cool. Yeah, so I liked this one, and I thought so. My main criticism of this one is the pacing of it, because I thought that I thought it was really interesting. I loved the music, I loved the background, I loved the sort of like dark and dingy feel of it. But I think if it were done again with the pacing fixed, because it was a little teeny bit slow at the beginning. And then there's like 3 seconds at the end where nothing happens. And so I thought it would have been really cool to see how the background was created first. Like do that, then get into the face, and then have it go all the way to the 30 seconds. But that
I
was really my only thing about that.
have to interrupt you, Dan, because, and maybe we should watch it one more time, because I add 3 seconds of just solid looking at the picture at the end. So like
Oh,
30
To all
seconds
of them?
happens. Yeah, to all of them. 30 seconds happens, and then you get like 3 seconds to look at it. Like,
Oh, well, then I blame you, Mel.
let's watch it again. Let's watch it again. I'm
Also,
going.
that's how impatient I am that 3 seconds makes me go, oh my God.
All right, right. This is the game show for you, totally, right? I mean, okay, let's back this up a little bit. And we will start over. Okay.
The world's timely creative game show.
Now watch the numbers at the top. That's where it's actually.
See what I mean?
30. Oh yeah, you're right. Okay. All right. Okay.
Well, Mel, this is the one that I sent you
I
the,
like creative game shows.
this is the one that I sent you the photo of for.
Oh yeah, let me share
Okay,
that.
so I just want to talk about that for a second. So, those of you who know me know I have a doctorate in art history and German. And
wow.
this was the artist who I was focused on, Oskar Kokoschka, who was an Austrian expressionist artist, and he is considered the person who wrote the first expressionist play painted the first expressionist painting. And this was a breakthrough piece of his that was exhibited in 1909. And he called it
Wow.
Self-Portrait as Warrior.
Mm.
And he looked like actually the character that Carrie drew in person. But
Very
Yeah.
cool.
when I saw the work that he did, immediately it just reminded me, first of all, of how Kokoschka looked as a person. He had a bald head. He liked to portray himself as a warrior, as a fighter, as a savage. And so he did this work because Expressionism was really all about the inner world as opposed to the outer world. And his portraits always had a very raw, honest, true kind of, they were free from ornamentation and artifice. And at any rate, that piece that Carrie did reminded me so much of this self-portrait and other ones that he did too.
Yeah, that's very
Yeah.
cool.
I don't know if you could see that. Is it just me?
Oh no, totally. You could see it the second you look at it, which was really
Great.
interesting.
Oh yeah, totally. That's amazing. That was
Fun.
really amazing. I want to shout out to Tim who's here. Hey Tim, and Rubbernecker's here. Hi guys, I'm so glad you could join us for this critics screen time. We have Dan Dykson here, who is a designer. He has his own company where he works with major brands. And Dan, what exactly do you do? Like, can you tell us like
It depends on the day. No, but mostly I would say like my career is mostly corporate branding, but also a lot of publishing and a lot of media stuff. But it's all graphic design. So logos, brochures, websites, things like that.
Nice, very nice. And Amy, as you heard, is a scholar, and we are so that's amazing piece. Thank you so much for presenting that sculpture to us. Like, wow, the comparison between what Carrie drew and how that sculpture looks and it being expressionism is undeniable. That is like really amazing. And to think about expressionism first kind of happening in 1900, what did you say?
Well, it was 1909, but like when Kurt
Wow.
shared originally the Edward Monk's The Scream, now
Uh-huh.
that goes back already to 1895, and that's a precursor of Expressionism. That's when they were already, with Munch was already freeing the line. So think about it as loosening the line and getting away, obviously, from realism, any kind of like Academy approved kind of painting, drawing, that kind of thing. But stripping away representational elements is key in Expressionism.
Ah, yes. Very cool. Very cool. Wow. All right.
Oh, you know what's really weird too? I accidentally, when I went on your site for 30 seconds, I came up with one that I thought was also part of this one, and it was by Andy King called Finding Hope. And it's a very similar piece where he with his hand drew an image of a man from an earlier
Yes. Yes. We
and
love Andy
if he
King.
had put that one in this one,
Yeah.
you know what I
Oh,
mean?
strange.
Yeah.
It was-
Andy King is going to do the charcoal media, which is the next round. Round two. I mean, round two of season 2 is the theme is going to be open, but the artist will have to use the medium of charcoal, and Andy King will be doing one. So it'll be neat to see what he comes up with that. But you're so right. That would have been perfect for this.
Very similar.
Yeah. Did we have a theme for that round, Kurt, that Andy was part of?
No,
I can't quite remember.
no, that
Okay.
was open.
Open theme. Okay.
Yeah,
All
we
right.
only started really the themes like starting with I think Halloween, and then for the AI one, right?
Okay, yeah, that's correct. That's correct. Yep. Hey, Rubbernecker says, hi, Dan. Hi, Amy. Hi, Kurt. And Tim says, cool. Hello, everyone. All right, cool. Well, we have very nice people in the chat. They come to see me a lot during the day when I'm live streaming doing my artwork. So it's wonderful to have you all here. Thanks, guys, for being here. Okay, let's see Emily Holt's video. I have to pull the bar back a little bit because I went over, but we'll do that. We'll pull it back a little bit. Start from the beginning. Okay.
The world's timely creative game show.
Okay.
So great.
I want to say that Emily Holt is a teacher at the University School of Nashville, which is a very cool K through 12 private school in Nashville, and they have an amazing art department, and she is an art teacher there.
It was fun. Like this was the one that I watched and then I actually Googled her after.
Oh, wow.
Yeah,
Cool.
this one inspired me as well. I'm like, oh my God, I just want to make stuff.
Oh, and Amy has sent us a Juan Moreau painting here that I'm going to share.
Right. Well, you'll understand why.
Totally. I just
Yeah.
went to
I
see the
mean, when I
surreal.
saw it, I immediately thought of Moreau.
Yeah. I just went to the surrealism show at the Museum of Art in Philadelphia.
This is
Yeah.
just one that I pulled off of Grok, but
Oh, right.
there was one I saw earlier, which I wish I'd grabbed, but it disappeared. That was very similar, but the idea of the red sun and the color palette, the
Yeah.
energy, the squiggly lines.
Great.
Yeah. Yeah.
How clever to use a top to create that.
So
Yeah,
good.
she thanks her friend, who was actually one of her students at one time. He made this set of tools and all different like tops and like a little thing that you can roll and it's basically just for mark making and making interesting marks. And it was her idea to use that on paper. I actually went to her studio because I told her, if you do this, I'll help you film it. Because a lot of artists, they're not filming themselves making art, and it's out of their comfort zone. And I want to make it easy for them. So I was like, to both Emily and Alex, who competed in this round, I said, I will come and I will record you making your 30-second masterpiece. So Emily was very, very well prepared. She had several 6 by 6 inch pieces that she's all about putting information on top of information and starting with things that already have information on them. So she might, pick a piece of paper that already has things on it. So she had these pieces of paper that already had some things on it to do the squiggly or to do the top things.
That's what I love best about this one is the fact that there were like pieces that were set. It was almost like this idea of kind of like chaos and control. It's like there were things that were there and they were set, and there were all these things happening around it that felt
Yeah.
completely organic, which
Yeah.
was
And
so
the music was perfectly
great.
paired with the chaos of the making of the piece, which was amazing. And Mel, I don't know if
To tell
Dan
them.
and Amy know about the music, but no, go ahead, please.
Yeah. Yeah. So the music was amazing. But first, I want to say hello to Love's Vertical, who says also incorporating randomness into art makes it much more fun. It's like collaborating with the universe.
Totally.
Yes.
Well,
Yes.
that's the one
That's
about this one that
great.
I love so much. This one was playful. Like I love the
Yes.
giggle.
I like the giggle too. It's
There's like
amazing
a
how much
giggle
that
in there
does.
that like I
That
mean,
was Emily's giggle, yeah, as the thing flew off. Tim is a Navy guy, and he said, I saw this and got frustrated by it, LOL. Love says, I like that juxtaposition between chaos and control. Totally, totally. So, okay, I got to tell you about the music. So, Emily and I were in her studio, which is a room in her house, and my husband was there, and my son, who's 9 years old, and Chris. And Chris is a drummer, and her husband, Chris, he's in a band called the Cherry Blossoms in Nashville, and they make very outsider art kind of sounding music. It's just undescribable. I can't really describe it. So, but Chris was there playing like he had like a cymbal and like a bow. He was doing something, and my husband had like this little keyboard that was set on like a scale that's used for an instrument that's in a different like tone scale, completely different tone scale than the one we're used to. So it was like and then Emily came out and like we heard them doing this, and my son was playing the drums. So the cymbal and the drums is my 9 year old. And so they were making this music, and we're like, that sounds really good. That like we were making the art while they were making this crazy music. And then we went out and Emily picked up like I think it was like a guitar. Yeah, it was a guitar string, and she was like going wah, wah, like she was making weird sounds. So and I was recording the whole thing. And then we got the bit where Emily is doing the rah, rah, and the so anyway, and then I was like, let's put that, and it was amazing. I thought I
It's
loved it.
perfectly choreographed with the piece, the making of the piece, and the
Yeah.
aesthetic of the music perfectly matches the piece too. I mean, that's what makes this piece like really stand out to me.
Well, it's
Yeah.
also the other thing, and this is one of the things I judge all of them by, is the end result. Like, do I like it? Is it visually pleasing? Would I hang it on a wall? Would I buy it in a gallery? And like this one, I mean, not only that, I was interested in the paper behind it.
And
Yeah.
also it hits the total idea for expressionism, which is to create what they called a Gesamtkunstwerk. And that's a total work of art. And that would be for the expressionists like Vasily Kandinsky and Franz Marc and others. They were trying to create art that encompassed music, poetry, text, dance, so this one hits on different elements. It brings it all together. It's like a little package.
Yeah.
That was very cool.
Yeah. Oh, thank you for saying that, Amy. I love your historical viewpoint. I love that you can share that perspective with us. I really appreciate it so much. Thank you.
You're welcome.
And by the way, go to Philadelphia and go see the Surrealism show at the Museum of Art. It will
I
blow
will.
your mind.
Oh,
I just
wow.
saw so many Miros, and anyway, it was great.
Oh, that's cool. Cool.
When did you go, Dan? Did you go this weekend? Was that this
Well,
last weekend?
I went the next day after the hockey game.
Okay.
All right. So are we ready to move on to the next video, you think? Okay. Let's see who's next in the lineup. And I'm going to share. Wait, I think I did something wrong. Hold on, let me try again. There we go. Okay, so this is going to be Joel Sabek's piece.
The world's timely creative game show.
It's like Spike's brother.
I think it's Elvis. It's Elvis.
It definitely has sunglasses because I asked him, I said, are those sunglasses? And he said yes.
Oh, that's funny.
Yeah, yeah. So,
Amy,
Joel?
you start this one.
Me? Okay.
I started the other ones.
So cyan blue is like a really important color for expressionism too. And if you think about it, the name of the actual almanac that the first creators of expressionism created, it was called the Blue Rider, which always struck me as interesting too, since we're Ichabod Crane High School graduates and the riders is our theme. And also horses were very much a part of it. So this always all appealed to me on every level. But I thought the color blue was interesting. The loose brush strokes, the objects are veiled and disguised, and it's moving into abstraction. So these are all elements that expressionism brought forth too.
I'm going to share my screen again with our watchers because Tim is saying, what was it? Like some people didn't quite see the face in it. So I'm going to share the screen so they can see the face as we're talking about it. All right, there. Okay.
Yeah.
See
Yeah.
that? Here are the eyes, the glasses, here's the nose and the mouth, and here's the hair that's sticking up.
I think it's me in high school.
It does. It looks
Yeah.
I think
Yeah.
it's a portrait of me.
When Joel presented the piece, I'm just like, my God, Joel, it's so 80s. It's like almost like a David Bowie. That was the first thing that I thought of when I saw it. And did his daughter do the music again, Mel?
Did, yes. Camille did the music, yes.
That was very good too. I thought that added as well.
This one
super,
it's
super
called
moody.
Insomniac, and it's acrylic on paper, and it's 8 by 4.5 inches. And yes.
So I asked Grok what it reminded it of, and it said it sits between Warhol's raw painterly silkscreen distortion and Lichtenstein's comic strip boldness.
Oh, interesting.
I just did I was trying to look for ideas about what it could be, but it does hit a lot of the different expressionist elements. And I mean, I think, and for that reason, it scored high for me.
Oh, Rubbernecker said yes, 80s David Bowie. He's seeing. Yeah.
Well, it's interesting because I thought that this one and then the next one we're going to watch, they were both very 80s in two totally different ways.
Mhm.
Oh, good
As
point.
much as I loved the music on this one, because I thought that it was like very moody and everything, I wish it had been more 80s, actually. And I'm gonna say that about the next one too. Like, I think that like the moodiness could have started and then there was like bump, 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 and then it or something like that.
Yeah, it's so amazing that you say that because Kurt picked up on the 80s music right away. Right, Kurt, when we were
I
talking?
did, yeah.
Yeah, he was like, "Oh, that music was so 80s." And Joel was like, "Oh yeah, my daughter knows what I like." So for those two, it was enough 80s, but Dan wants more.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, you know, like in Erasure when they do like a little bit orchestral and then it's like ding, 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 ding.
Yeah.
That's what I wanted.
Awesome.
But anyway, it was, I mean, it was so beautiful too. I just thought the end result was really, really beautiful.
This
Yeah.
is Joel's best 30-second masterpiece yet, in my opinion.
Yeah, he's done several, so he's had some practice and yeah, it's wonderful that he continues to say yes when we ask him to join us. So all right, let's see what Alex Blau. Now, Alex Blau is a teacher, professor at Vanderbilt. She teaches art, and she is also from the East Coast, but I mean from the Northeast. But now she lives in Nashville, and I also went to her place to film her doing her masterpiece. And I found out like that she normally works much slower, and she only had two airbrushes. So there's a pause in between, things because like she only had two airbrushes and she used three colors. So it was stressful. It was like, oh, can she get that third color in? But anyway, I am a huge fan of her work, as I am of Emily's, which is why, I asked the two of them if they would be willing to do this round. And I'm really happy with what she came up with.
Oh, Mel, one of the other things about Alex's piece, didn't you guys do together like 20 takes on this?
Yeah, we did a lot of takes, and I think that was one of the
Yeah.
first, if not the very first. So,
Wow.
as artists, you gotta do like things and make sure that you're getting, like make sure that that first one is the best. You know what I mean? Like,
It's hard. You got to be very organized as you prepare these pieces. It's just so
yeah.
challenging.
It was kind of hard to pick like which one to use in the end, and I think the one that she settled on was good.
Mhm.
That's
Um,
one way, that's a way in which AI would be great because you could just stack them all together for 30 seconds, like a video.
except, yeah, then we would have to allow AI for that round.
No, I
But
mean, yeah, that's
oh
what I'm
yeah,
just,
yeah. If
that's just
AI was
another
allowed.
creative reach for it, you know what I mean?
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Yeah, I want all our viewers to know that like there's no AI, there's no footage being sped up, there's no stop motion. It's all just
No splicing.
no splicing. It's all just start to finish 30 seconds of making
This
art. And then
this round.
Yeah.
this
Just, I just mean like as just another expressive way of doing it. And like if you were doing that would be cool.
Yeah, yeah, totally, totally. All right, so let's check out Alex's video. Okay. Now on my page, if you go to my Melody Provenzano homepage, you can click on the 30 seconds to masterpiece playlist, and that's how you can get to all of these 30 seconds to masterpiece videos. There are about 45 of them now. With between like critic screen time, which we're doing right now, and then like the reveals with the artist, and then all the shorts. So they're here. So people, if you're interested in seeing season one, we had like 4 rounds in season one. All that footage is here. Okay. So number 4 in this playlist is Alex's piece. And without further ado.
The world's timely creative game show.
And then the other participant who is, I don't know what that. Okay.
I was like, wait, Joel's here?
All right.
It was
went
an older
very-
one, right?
Very, very quickly to the next video. That was the reveal. Okay, so yeah, that was Alex's piece. And oh, and Amy, you just texted me some more photos or
Yeah, it reminded me of Gerhard Richter, his Farbfelder color charts,
me
German artist.
let
Also,
me-
it reminded me of Ellsworth Kelly,
oh, nice.
who was actually a Columbia County resident when he was alive. Lived in
Wow.
Chatham, I think.
Right, yeah.
Yeah. But I thought that was really a very, I liked this work a lot. Very clever. What a clever way to use to get your artwork done in 30 seconds.
Yeah, this is her main way of working. She uses airbrush and she uses stencils, and she actually has a bunch of pieces at the Frist Museum right now in a part of a group show that's called In Her Place. And it's really it's a great show. It's wonderful that they're showing all female Nashville artists. There's like 19 of them, I think, or 20,
Hmm.
and they're on the ground floor of the museum, and it's very, very, it's just so awesome. Like Nashville really is supporting its artists by including them and making this show about them. Like the institution was kind of built to have, exhibiting things come into town and be shown. And now to like focus on artists that are in the community is it's a step in a wonderful direction, I think. So here is the image that Amy is bringing to our attention. And you said this is Gerhard Richter?
Yeah, it is Gerhard Richter from his series called Farbfelder, like color fields. He did a bunch of huge canvases with all dots and things like that.
It's bringing me back to like my first year of color theory.
Yeah. It's
And
kind
I'm
of
trying
like
to find,
it also kind of reminds me a little bit of if it were circles and kind of dotted the Damien Hirst piece with all the different colors that don't each color in those Damien Hirst pieces are different. He doesn't ever repeat I don't know if that's true in here, if any of these colors are repeated or not, but it
I'm
doesn't
not
look.
sure, but I thought it was really clever. He used paint chips to make it.
Oh, really?
And I
Okay.
saw something really interesting this weekend. I was in Rochester and I went to the Memorial Art Gallery and they had an Impressionist show. And they had a children's section. And what somebody had done there was taken like a magnetic whiteboard and just cut up paint samples and glued them to the little magnet squares. And the children were arranging them just like in this.
Oh, wow.
Really
But
fun.
that was also extremely clever because I thought somebody could do
Mhm.
that in a 30-second
Yeah.
seconds to masterpiece work too. You could create
That's a
in
cool idea.
advance the little magnets and then stick them all around.
Yeah.
Yeah, so this one, so this is the one I struggled with the most, and it's the one I wanted to like that I don't think I did at the end.
Oh,
And
okay.
because it was like, so I thought it was very interesting how it was made. I was really intrigued by the process, but I thought that it was a little bit one note.
Hmm.
And even though it was only 30 seconds, I definitely noticed the pause. Now I feel like there was totally a reason for it and I get it.
Yeah, yeah.
But I guess I wish that like with each color something changed or like that there was a scale difference or there was one thing that was going to surprise me. I did love the pop of color at the end.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Um so yeah, this one felt to me like I wanted to see one more draft of it.
Okay, yeah. Amy, what did you think?
I liked it a lot, but I thought it was just so clever the way she had thought in advance to have these, templates and everything and spray them. I like the color palette, but it was more abstraction to me than anything else, which to me is already moving into like another genre of art.
Yeah, yeah.
Expressionism is sort of like this complete journey, right? And she's on the end of that journey to
I
me.
felt like I was going into pop almost. Like
Yes.
it felt very like, I mean, it wasn't Warhol, but there was something about the process and how geometric it was and using stencils and all that it was sort of different.
Yeah, she was very true to like what she does in her art normally. So she didn't go in an expressionist direction, uh, but kept to her way of expressing. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? So
Oh, sorry. I think it would have been really cool if the music had been a total contrast to what we were seeing.
Hmm.
You know,
uh,
so like imagine exactly what she saw, but like to Nine Inch Nails or something.
Mhm.
Like I
yeah,
Mhm.
think that would have been kind of cool, the push and pull of that.
Mhm.
interesting. Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
part of the problem, Dan, just so you know, is one of the rules that Melody and I put out to the artists as they prepare their pieces is they can't use copyrighted music.
Yeah,
And
just get Mel's family to come over.
yeah,
Yeah, yeah,
Why
that's
not?
good.
Just
That's
get people to like bang on stuff.
right.
yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Well,
And
I
here's
could
a,
see, go
I'm
ahead.
sorry, I was just gonna say that one of the concerns the expressionists had is that when you move into complete geometric abstraction, do you then, does it become just decoration? Do you lose the spiritual in art? Do you get away from that, um, the way it affects you so personally, which is what they were trying to achieve, this interconnection? In other words, the artist creates something and it's coming so much from the soul and the heart and everything, and they put this on the canvas, and what they want is for you to get the same level of vibration that they created the work of art with. And they were concerned that if it went too far into geometric abstractism, that you would lose the heart connection.
Hmm.
Interesting, because I would say Alex is really about that presence. Like she has stated in her, artistic word when she's, in her statement, like that's sort of like what she's about presence and consciousness and I didn't memorize her statement, but I recall like I can paraphrase, like
The
that.
colors were really wonderful too. And I think I did watch part of, couldn't watch the whole thing, but I watched some of the artist talk. And she mentioned it was called Seascape or something.
Yes.
You know,
Yeah.
that struck a chord with me because I thought, okay, it's a water-based
Yeah.
kind of idea. Like she's trying to convey something about the sea.
Yeah.
Well,
And
the other thing, I want to be fair to her though, because this was another one where I went and looked at her art, and like her art is so good and so layered, and I think 30 seconds is really hard to do what she does.
yeah.
She
Yeah.
does it really, really well.
Yeah, yeah. Her art is amazing. And yeah, and I pushed her because I was like, please, will you do this?
I
And
like
I got
it.
her involved. And so she had to really like be outside of her zone. And it was funny because when we were recording her doing these 30-second takes, after we finished the 30 seconds, she would just keep going and she's like, I'm making art now. And she's like,
Yeah.
like it's
Oh,
like,
totally.
Yeah.
yeah,
I think
That's
you could sell
phenomenal.
the resulting, the piece was beautiful. I liked it.
yeah.
Well, Amy, if you haven't gone and looked at her
I
work,
haven't looked, I didn't have time. I
Oh
was
yeah.
actually away and just, I
it's
would like to do
it's
that.
it's deeply layered.
Yeah, her
And
work is really amazing. It's really great. And yeah.
but
Well, I'm
these were,
glad
I
to.
want to say, these were really fun. And I think probably the best set, just because there was a looseness and a sort of joy to it that was really enjoyable to watch.
I
Oh,
agree with that. And I think the laugh in that one piece really exemplified that. It was joyful. It felt really, it was spiritual. It had spiritual and art in it. It was just, I really enjoyed it. And it was a great diversion from what's going on in our world, to just step away and just, to me, these pieces were like little jewels in a jewel box or something. They were like little total pieces of art, like Gesamtkunstwerk. And I liked it a lot. It was enjoyable.
wonderful. Wonderful. Awesome. Yeah. Oh, I love it. I love that you guys had these wonderful impressions about the pieces.
Yeah.
Kurt, what do you think? Do you have anything to add?
I loved all the pieces. I thought the artists that participated in this round were all exceptional. And Mel, the one plug that I would do for your video set is the interviews that we recently did with I think there was those 3 or 4 professional artists. And for those that are out watching, Mel and I did an interview of was it four professional artists? And I thought that interview was just, incredible. I learned so much about, what inspires them and how difficult it really is to be an artist, the level of sacrifice that, you have to, take on to do to make those incredible pieces. So to, those people that are watching and that will watch, I would urge you to, check out that video. It's cool.
Yes, there is that video that we did where we interviewed artists on what they've got going on, like their opportunities. I think it's yes, artists talking art colon opportunities. So that's a really good video too. And
We should totally recruit them to participate in 30 Seconds to Masterpiece, Mel.
yes, I want to for sure, for sure. Old School Dave says, I appreciate Miss Amy's insights and input. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Tim, the Navy man, says, I'm adding that because I know he was in the Navy. He says Amy was awesome, and Tim says thank you, Kurt. Plus, and
So
yeah,
do they know that Kurt and I are brother and sister?
Kurt and Amy
Maybe.
are brother and sister, and
Yeah.
so and Dan is we've all of us here in this panel have known each other all our
Forever.
lives. Yeah, forever. Yeah. So
Which
it's
is pretty
wonderful that
cool.
it's
You know
wonderful
what's
that
really bizarre? So I did my dissertation on this artist, as I mentioned, Kokoschka, that we started with. Do you know when I was in high school I graduated in 81. He was living right around the time that I was in high school in Pittsfield, Massachusetts. There used to be an art academy there, and he was doing a residency there at the end of his career when he was kind of, I don't want to say a washed up artist, but he was, how artists have their moment. And then, he was an older guy and it wasn't his time anymore to be
yeah,
well
right.
known or whatever. But here I am like in Kinderhook and he was in Pittsfield.
Wow.
He lived there for like 6 months, I think. At an art school that no longer exists. It was some kind of an academy. And I just often thought that was so strange that I could have gotten, driven over and seen him and met him, and I wish I could have, but I never did.
Yeah.
I had a chance to.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Oh, that's
He was
amazing.
probably one of the most important artists of the 20th century.
And he was right there, almost at your fingertips.
Yeah.
Hanging
Oh,
out
wow.
in the field. Who knows?
Isn't that
Yeah.
weird?
Yeah, it's amazing.
It's weird how the world works too. I think he was also an artist who was not appreciated in his lifetime. Because he was so far ahead and that's an unfortunate thing that happens with art. If you're at the very pinnacle and you're making art that is so avant-garde and so ahead of everybody, it takes people so long to catch up with what you did that,
Isn't
you
that
might get
true for so many artists, Amy?
Yeah, very much so. Yeah, and music as well. All sorts of things, but
yeah. So, narrow it down. Well, the top three that just eliminates one because we don't have six contestants, or 2 of them are already eliminated just by virtue of not creating pieces for this round.
So you want us to eliminate down to 3?
I would like you to, yes,
Reduce.
reduce it down to 3, and then we will, we'll announce gold place, silver place, bronze place, and 4th place at our next grand finale meeting, right, Kurt?
Next weekend, right?
And and the Critics' Choice Awards. So the Critics' Choice Award, you guys are just going to pick one of these 4 videos. You know what? Limit and get it down to 2. Get it down to 2 today.
Okay.
And
Silver and gold.
yeah, and then we will share who that one is, the Critics' Choice, at the reveal. So do you think you guys can get it down to 2 without revealing who the one is? Like
right now you want us to tell us?
Yeah, like right now, or do we need to do that separately? What do you think, Kurt?
I think it should be secret. There's only 4 of them.
Yeah, there's so few, Melody. Why don't we take
Or
the
breakout
pressure off
room.
the critics right now?
Hey, can we send them to a breakout room and they can pick two and come
That's a
back?
good idea. Yeah, and then
We
you
can
and
do
I
that.
just continue the conversation.
Okay, so I'm gonna assign manually.
Feels like high school.
I know, I love
Mm,
You're
it.
going to detention.
I miss high school.
Okay, then assign,
We're gonna go off, so we're
and
saying goodbye to you, and then we're gonna go in a little secret room, and then we're gonna be done, right?
then you're gonna
No, that you're coming back.
gotta come back and tell
Okay.
us who the two people are. Your top two
Oh,
people.
all
Yeah.
right.
Okay, so I'm gonna
I hope we don't get lost in the ether.
I know, I hope not. I hope I'm doing this right. It says open all rooms.
We know
Room
where you
one,
live.
going to Amy and Dan. So just come back after you decide on the two that are contenders for Critics' Choice Award.
All right,
We'll do that.
we'll do the best we
Just two,
can.
you don't want us to pick the one out of the
Well,
two?
we picked the one, but we don't tell you, right?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, we
Pick
just tell you
one.
which the two are.
Yeah,
Okay.
we're gonna
Yes.
announce the two to our crowd here right now, and then we'll announce the one at the grand finale. So
Okay,
makes
cool.
sense.
We'll be right.
Okay, great. Okay, Kurt, so it's you and me now. Okay, so they're in a breakout room. They're discussing who the two
Oh
are.
my
They're
God.
running for Critics' Choice Award. Wow.
These
Let's
pieces were so good, Melody. I mean, I can't really express enough like the quality of art in 30 seconds, you know? I mean, it
half a
is
minute
so hard. Right. And each of
without
these
any editing.
artists, exactly. And my thing was, oh, I would have like embedded art in my pieces. So, I could basically, bring it up fast, put down, things already prepared. All
Yeah.
of these pieces were there was no embedded art. They were created like within
Well,
the pure 30 seconds.
Emily's had information already on her paper. So
It
in a
did. It
way,
did.
she had that going for her as a grounding point. Yeah. Hey,
Yeah, but
old
still.
school Dave says the anticipation. Talk it out, peeps. Oh, Tim. Old school Dave said, "Who's your money on, Tim?" And Tim says, "No idea." Hey, they're
Wow.
back. All
Oh my
right.
gosh.
This was like
Wow.
this was the quickest jury ever.
Like
Yeesh.
minds think alike.
Okay. Well, it helps when there's only two of you, I guess, and not six
Yeah,
of that
Yeah, but
work.
what if we disagreed? We could be in there fighting forever.
I know it's true. It's
maybe.
true. It's
Hung
true.
jury.
All right,
Yeah.
so you let them know.
Okay, Amy, tell us who the two contenders are for Critics' Choice Award.
Emily and Joel.
Oh, all right.
Wow. Very
That's
nice.
Emily Holt, the teacher at University School of Nashville, the artist who just got, last year she was at the Joan Mitchell Foundation at a residency in Louisiana, and she's amazing. And then Joel Sabek, who works in the advertising industry and who went to Cooper Union, the prestigious Cooper Union back in the day, got his BFA there. Yeah, all right. Well done, guys. Thank you,
Yeah.
critics. I really, really appreciate your input on these artists' works of art,
What a
masterpieces.
crazy good informative meeting. I mean both of you like really, gave incredible feedback, both in terms of the pieces and the history behind like other pieces that resembled the pieces submitted. So, thank you, Amy, and thank you, Dan, so much.
You're welcome.
Yeah. Thank you. And Kurt, do you have the date of when we're supposed to meet next? When is our grand finale? Do you have that date? Um, I'm like I didn't note it before I got on this call. Do you?
It's the 22nd
22nd.
because today is the 16th. Yeah.
Okay, so on the 22nd, so right now, let's tell our viewers, right now you can go to these four videos and you can help the artist win the popular vote. Gold place. That's what we call gold place. Whoever has the most likes in the YouTube, TikTok, and Instagram. That's where I've posted these videos. Whoever gets the all added up, whoever gets the most likes and comments wins gold place. So if you have one that you like more than another and you want them to win gold place, please comment as many times as you can think of, something nice to say and help them win.
And the artists do appreciate that. They really, really do.
Absolutely. Absolutely. It's always fun to win something, even if it's really just bragging rights, right?
Mhm.
That's something.
Yes. Yes. All right. Well, let's wrap this up, guys. Thank you so, so, so much.
Mhm.
It was wonderful. Thanks,
Yeah, really
guys.
fun.
You're welcome.
Thanks, Amy.
Thanks for putting
Thanks,
this
Dan.
together.
So
It's
much.
very fun.
Absolutely.
Raised my vibration level, so I'm very happy.
Oh, excellent.
That's
Excellent.
great.
All right. Peace on earth, everybody. We'll
Fun.
see
Hey,
you all
guys.
Yep.
soon.
Bye-bye.
Bye,
Bye.
everybody.